everybody. I'm your host, Jaime Cerreta. On this podcast, we celebrate everything local in Arizona. Come, sit, stay for a doggone good time. That's what they say at Uncle Bear's. I want to introduce you to Todd and Lauren, father and daughter Careys. Thank you guys so much for being here.
Thank you for having us.
Yes, alongside with me, I have Kelsey Dickerson of the Arizona Humane Society, because you all have a very long-term relationship. Uncle Bear's, first of all, is celebrating 25 years in the Valley this summer. Congratulations to you all.
Thank you very much. What a journey.
I'm sure it has been. You think of how Phoenix and the Valley has changed. You guys have two locations in Mesa, one in Queen Creek. Tell me, this podcast is for the dogs. With my Kelsey here, Kelsey's a longtime friend. We used to do the weekend mornings together all the time. I get to see her every Thursday when the Humane Society comes in for Pets on Parade. And we look forward to that here in the newsroom. They'll come.
We look forward to it more. You know, being able to take the puppies around the newsroom and be able to say hi to all of our friends. We absolutely love you guys here.
Well, we love the dogs that visit. And you guys, you have a barn grill, and it's focused on dogs. Why, Todd?
Well, Bear was my black lab mix. We rescued him back when I was going to college at Texas Tech University. And I was studying restaurant and hotel management, and I knew what I wanted to do. I wanted to open my own, neighborhood bar and grill.
Where were you?
I was at Texas Tech University in Lubbock, Texas. And so I knew what we wanted to do. And my nieces would come visit me while I was in college, and I was always, entertaining people, and Bear was around, and they called me Uncle Todd, and so they called him Uncle Bear. And so I go, bingo, let's do a concept based on that. And our motto has always been, come sit and stay for a doggone good time. And that's stuck with us. And that's kind of what we created back on May 26th of 2000 in Gilbert, and kind of grew the brand and evolved to becoming a brewery, and so on and so forth. And so, yeah, it's been quite a journey.
So what was your first job in restaurant businesses?
Well, my mom came home from the grocery store one day, and being a yapper like I am, she met a lady at the grocery store, and that was opening as the franchisee of a brand new Super Salads right off the highway in busy area of Dallas, Texas. And she came home and goes, hey, I got you a job. And I said, I didn't know I was in the market. What am I doing? And she said, well, you're going to be a server at a brand new Super Salads. I'm like, all I do is mow lawns. I'm going to be a server? She goes, yeah. And I said, okay, let's do it. I loved it. I love people. I love the energy. I love the high pace. I love the cash coming in.
Love that.
And you met a lot of cool people. So it stuck with me. I knew what I wanted to do when I went to college, and that's what I studied. And fast forward when I graduated, after that, I went and got some more corporate experience out in California, opened a bunch of different restaurants for corporate concepts like Chart House Corporation, Islands, Fine Burgers and Drinks, things like that, Carlos Murphy's, and got a lot of experience on other people's dime and made some money. And then finally one day said, let's go for it. And we did, and we went for it. And in Gilbert, finally a bank and a landlord gave us an opportunity. It was really difficult to be able to land a brand new store, much more difficult to do a brand new one from the ground floor up, which we built our first one, and we didn't just buy a turnkey one. So it's been quite a ride.
You think about 20 years ago, nowadays we see a lot of dog-friendly places. I mean, it's not surprising to see your dog in the grocery store or something like that. We really are catering to our animals a lot more. But 20 years ago, I mean, your menu, when you look at the menu, it's all about the dogs. So was this the case 20 years ago?
Yeah, 25 years ago it was. And it was crazy. We had dog bowls on all of we used to have peanuts, and you'd throw the shells on the ground.
That's fun.
Real casual. We always had to tell the staff, anything on the floor that's not a peanut shell, it's trash. Pick it up, please.
Yes.
It was like pulling teeth, but that was great. But we had dog bowls of peanuts on the table, and then we had a dessert in a dog bowl that was kind of propped up. So it was always kind of fun, but it's always been our motto, and we've always had paw prints highlighting, Bear's favorites maybe on the menu and things like that, and little slogans we've used along the way. But you didn't have as many patios back in the day. You sure didn't have the garage doors in and out, pass-through garage doors with bar tops and stuff. We were actually a pioneer of that in Queen Creek. When we opened our Queen Creek location, we were one of the first that kind of did that indoor-outdoor bar vibe and with a fireplace and misting systems and all that. And then we said, yes, you can. We allow dogs on our patio. And then health department, as more people were wanting to do it, then they got into the game. They said, well, there's got to be criteria, and you've got to have structure to how you manage that, and how often you mop that area, and how recycle bowls instead of bowls that you keep using for the dogs, because you don't want to transfer any problems from one animal to another. And so we're health department approved, but it's amazing now, all the dog friendly places that you go to, and now in California and different places, you can actually bring them in the bar and they'll lay on the ground and things like that, depending on if they serve food or not. So it's been crazy.
We're also still one of the only places with the walls covered in dogs.
Tell me about this. What do you mean?
I mean, all of our regulars, customers, they just bring in 8x10 photos. We give them the frames, and then they get their dog on the wall, never moves. So once it's there, it stays. So people come in, bring their friends and family, and just this is my dog, so stuff like that.
Is it dogs only or dogs and people?
Well, people are in the photo, but just dogs. I mean, we did have one person bring a cat photo in one time, so that was a little funny.
Well, and then I don't know if it's appropriate, but I'll say it anyway because it's really funny. And then one guy's like, I'm going through a real nasty divorce. Can I have a picture of my ex-wife up on the wall?
Oh, my.
We're like, no, sir. No, just
dog.
put your dog up.
You're like, you know what? Just have another beer.
It was a short conversation. He understood.
Oh, my God. So, Lauren, you must have grown up in the business.
Yeah.
Tell me about some of your first memories with being around the bar and grill.
Oh, my gosh. I mean, I've taken some naps in the booths. Being introduced to all the regulars, some that I still know to this day, which is really, really cool. It's a whole family aspect for sure. Even if you're not just a customer, you're coming in and you're leaving as family for sure. I mean, it's great. And I mean, I don't know. I guess going back in the kitchen, getting my own refills.
Oh, yeah.
Was a
That's
thing
a big
for
deal.
sure.
Use that soda machine.
Doing the extra grenadine for my Shirley Temples. Yeah.
Indeed.
Stealing cherries.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was fun growing up there. And I always felt cool going back in the kitchen. I was like, see y'all later, guys.
Losers.
Exactly right. Yeah.
Coming back with your tab.
Now we have to watch her walking back behind the bar pouring her own beers.
Yeah. Pouring his beers.
So you are working there. What is your role there now?
I am a supervisor, bartender, server. So I just jump around in all different aspects wherever they need me.
And at multiple locations as well.
I've been to multiple, but right now I'm at Greenfield.
Okay. And you have how many siblings?
4.
Are you all in the business?
Yes.
In the family
So my oldest brother, he's GM. My other older brother, he's a supervisor in the kitchen. And then there's me, my little brother is a server, and then my little sister just started serving. Yeah, and she's doing awesome.
So Todd, I mean, that's the dream, isn't it?
It's amazing. It warms my heart. It's one day as I look back on it all, and the joy is there's been successes along the way. There's been challenges along the way in a very difficult industry, and more so today than it's ever been. Back in the day, it was a lot easier for a lot of reasons. But I think the thing that warms my heart the most is how their work ethic, their attitude, their personality, and their drive to support the family business day in, day out, without question is, Lauren has a brand new baby, 1 year old plus now. She actually did a newscast, and she was pregnant during it.
Newly pregnant, and then as I was ending my pregnancy too, so twice. And I was getting morning sickness in the beginning.
North of a year old.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
But it's been great. I'm so proud of them, and they're all really good, and they're all really connect with people, and that's our biggest thing. It's all about everyone has a lot of the same fare. Everyone's got a fairly nice place, and it's clean, and there's a lot of people check the same boxes. The one box that we really I would say glorify and bring to life more so is it's all about the personality. It's all about the attitude. It's all about the connection, not only with our guests, but with the people that are part of our team, part of our family. I've had people that worked for me for 23 years still working for me.
Wow.
2 are GMs. One's a regional / GM. I've got a dish guy / prep, been with me for 23 years, 24 years, and then a couple other cooks. And then just go through the entire all 3 stores that we have today. the amount of years under their belt is amazing, and they love it. They come to work with a smile on their face, and they know what it's all about, and they know how they're going to be held accountable to that, because that's what we do.
Yeah, but they obviously enjoy it as well, and enjoy the management, and enjoy working for you too.
Yes, it's been great.
So Kelsey, I asked, this kind of came up because you guys were here for Pets on Parade, and one of our longtime volunteers with Arizona Humane Society, Janine, said, "What about a podcast about the dogs, Jamie?" And I said, "Okay, but it's kind of a business podcast. What do we do?" So I said, "Kelsey, do you have a business that has done a lot for the Humane Society?" And you came up with Uncle Bears. Why?
Oh my gosh, Uncle Bears has been with us, I just learned, for more than 20 years, which is absolutely incredible, which is a lot longer than I've been there, which is almost 8 years. But, Uncle Bears is not only set on, personal pets, but they do so much in our community for our homeless pets as well. They have a golf tournament that donates to us, as well as their Paws for Pints, which is absolutely incredible. And as a nonprofit, being able to work with absolutely amazing organizations like Uncle Bears is pivotal to us to be able to save more than 22,000 sick, injured, and abused pets. So not only were we talking about what's an organization that can help our pets and that does help our pets, but also too, they're so wonderful, like we've been talking about, for your own pets. And you can take your pet there, which is absolutely wonderful to be able to enjoy that atmosphere, enjoy the nice food, the beers for the humans only. But being able to go to a place that you can go with your pets is so incredible. They are a part of our family. So being able to have a safe place for them where they're also being kept in mind is absolutely incredible.
Well, it's funny how much I have a boyfriend with a dog, a very cute rescue. One-eyed. He's got one eye. And he's got a big personality. And it's just so funny how, if he and I go to dinner, how different it is when he and I go to dinner with the dog. How many more interactions do we have with others? You know what I mean? It's such a icebreaker, and kind of a, I don't know, ease. I get just having that little dog with you. It just feels good. And this summer, it's hard because we can't take our dogs on the walk. We still want to get them out of the house. So this is why a business that has the garage rolling door, the misters, the shared patio is so important, to just have a place where we can all stay cool, get a bite to eat. Tell me what we need to be aware of with our dogs this summer, and how we can kind of get them out and socialize them without, burning the little paws on the sidewalk.
Absolutely. So it is wonderful that you have a place that you can take your pet, when it's cooler outside, when the misters are going, obviously lots of water, but there's different things that you want to be able to think about when you are taking your pet outside, or when they're just at home. We want to make sure that we are being an advocate for our pets, making sure that they're safe. So we have the 3 Ps of heat, safety, plan, pause, and protect. So that basically encapsulates every single part of making sure that your pet is safe during the hot summer months. So you want to make sure that you're protecting their paws, checking that temperature of the ground with the back of your hand. If you can't hold it there for at least 7 seconds, it's too hot for them. Of course, if you do need to take them outside, or if they're visiting Uncle Bears, then, making sure that they have those booties on if it's necessary, never leaving your pet in a hot car, never tethering your pet, and of course, making sure that they have lots of fresh water, access to shade and shelter as well. The Arizona Humane Society last year alone went on more than 11,000 calls for suspected cruelty, and a lot of that is heat related. So we definitely want to make sure we're thinking of our furry friends when we're also thinking about fun places to go as well.
You think of Phoenix, it used to be during the summertime, everyone kind of vacated. Folks are sticking around a little bit more, but do adoptions go down in the summertime?
Well, it's kind of related to the amount of pets that come through our door. So during the summer is definitely when we see a lot more animals come through for a lot of different reasons. Obviously, those calls for pets become much more dire. So we're seeing a lot of more pets coming through our shelter, as well as an elongated cat and kitten season. So a lot of cats, a lot of dogs. And then too, right now, our community is struggling. So we're seeing a huge rise in owner surrenders and abandonments, unfortunately, just because a lot of different things that are happening in our community, a lot of fallout from the pandemic, a lot of different aspects like housing insecurity, job insecurity, and when an emergency rises up as well, if you have to choose between putting food on the table or caring for your pet, a lot of times, they have to make those really hard decisions. So there's a lot of different factors, but our community is absolutely wonderful. Not only are they always coming out in droves to adopt, but foster, volunteering, and donating as well, which is all kind of circles back to why organizations and why people who not only support AHS directly, but support Uncle Bears as well allows them to be able to help in a very direct way without having to even know what the Arizona Humane Society is, or being like, you know what, I can't add a furry friend to my home. Go enjoy a beer. It's going to help our pets.
Tell me more. All right, back to Uncle Bears.
It's a win-win for everybody.
So how does this work? Tell me more.
You know, this we do this Pints for Paws campaign has really, that's been the 10-year thing that we've done, and we're real proud of that. February is when we do it. We do it during Arizona Beer Week, and it's a 10-day event where for every beer that we sell of Uncle Bear's product, $1 goes back for whether it was a pint or a can or a growler or whatever package size it was. And traditionally, we would do on the Saturday, we would do 15% of all sales would go, for all the locations back to them as well. And I think last year we did $13,500 a donation for that campaign, which was pretty amazing. Our team gets behind it. We sell shirts. We have shirts that I actually brought and we didn't throw out here, but we donate $5 per shirt for all the shirts sold, and then we have I think it's $2, $5, and $10. Paw prints that are actually done up and people write their name on it. They buy it. So a donation goes 100% to Humane Society, and all of our walls are adorned with that during Arizona Beer Week. And then for a couple weeks after, people really get behind. Our team loves the campaign. And what's really great is a connection with our a family of team members that get behind it and that love it and understand it and want to promote it, because something's not going to sell itself. And so our staff members really have been the driver behind that and really welcomed that partnership. And then the golf tournament is always a blast. And then we have the party back at one of our locations this past year, June 8th that we had it. We had the party back at Uncle Bear's Greenfield, and that's where we do the awards and we do big raffles, and people buy raffle tickets. I buy mulligans, and all that goes to the Humane Society. So
you've been doing this golf tournament for how long?
20. Well, haven't done every year. I would say we've probably done 15 to 17 years out of the 25 that we've done the golf tournament in the 25 years. So. Yeah,
so
pretty
Lauren,
amazing.
was it a big dog family growing up?
Oh, huge dog family. Yeah. Always had dogs.
Yeah. Yeah. They're so great, aren't they? They're just so special for sure. You guys were doing, when you say 25 years in the Valley, I mean, that's such a huge deal. Congratulations on having a family-owned business.
Thank you.
Here in the Valley for 25 years. You guys started as a brewery. So tell me about, because I don't know that many people in Arizona were doing breweries here.
We actually started as a bar and grill, and then 25 years ago, and then about I think 2015 we did. So we're just north. 2013, I think, just north of 10 years of actually having a brewery. We started the brewery as just a brewery that was going to produce just for our locations. One day somebody wanted it in the marketplace, and then all of a sudden we're with a distributor and we're selling it statewide, but we're doing it out of a retail location. So then we moved to an 18,000 square foot facility back in 2018, and we opened that and had a big tap room, and we really went big. The problem being that the industry has been down and has had a lot of challenges. The drinking dynamic has changed since COVID. The grocery store shelves have changed with ready-to-drink beverages, things of that nature. There's a whole complexity to where the industry is today. So what we've done recently with our brewery is we decided to move out of the large facility and dynamic of and cost of, and do a different business model where we actually have another local brewer that has the size, has the capacity. We gave them the recipes, we gave them our standard operating procedures, and we're having them produce it for us in the marketplace and for Uncle Bear's. We have about 8 different styles that they do for us, and we share the same distributor. So they produce it. It's with our name on it. It's with our recipes. And it's what we're pouring over our bar. And then it allows us to get really focused back on the grill and taps, which was our original business plan and model of
the food.
The food. And we still sell our beer, but let someone else manage that part of it. And we manage then the retail component.
But
and that's been a great move. And
recipes.
it's very recent we've done that. So it's new.
Okay.
But, as a small business owner, you've got to go with the punches. You got bob and weave, and you got to figure things out, problem solutions, and evolve. And that's what we've done over 25 years. We've evolved, and I'm real happy where we're at today. And I think it gives us a little bit more focus and simplicity of what we're really, really good at. And then we have great beers and let someone else produce those for us. And we've got great marketing behind it as well.
Lauren, what are we ordering over there? What should we have?
Oh my gosh, taco salad. It's a new one.
Yeah.
Delicious. Let's see, the pulled barbecue chicken sliders. Phenomenon. Oh my gosh. What else?
We have
I
a
mean,
new
the
menu. We're so
drinks.
proud of our new menu.
Yes, tell me more.
It's so
Also
awesome.
drinks. Like we have martinis now.
What?
I know.
Are you making those?
Yeah. Oh, of course. And I'm
We have a lot
happy
of
making
flights.
them too because they're delicious. Yeah, we got martini flights, beer flights, mimosa flights.
And we're real heavy on the
Yeah.
slider menu.
Uh-huh.
We're heavy on Tex-Mex. We're really, being from Dallas and stuff, we're real solid in the Tex-Mex category. Gourmet burgers, kind of a craft burger, kind of old-fashioned style. The menu's fun.
Yeah.
It's easy. It's not trying to be something that we aren't and real foo-foo-ish. It's family of 5 can come in and they're all going to find something that they love and that they want to make their regular option. And there's such a variety there. We've
You
got
guys
some
have a
great
lot.
salad.
You
We
must
really
have a big
do.
kitchen back there.
Yeah, we have a pretty good size. Our locations are approximately 4,500 to 5,000 square feet in size, plus a big patio on top of that. We'll have 22 to 25 TVs, so we show the sports as well. But we don't classify ourselves as a sports bar. We classify ourselves as a neighborhood grill and bar and family friendly. And we'll do about 60% food, 40% alcohol. So it's a great, safe mix in terms of what we're trying to promote and bring to life for our neighbors.
Who's Barkley? Barkley's bad dog.
Barkley was a
Barbecue.
chocolate lab that is up with
Barkley so
Bear
bad?
now, but Barkley was a good boy until that one time he jumped in the back of the expedition and ate 5 pounds of raw hamburger meat from the grocery store. Yeah.
You can't blame the dog. You can't blame the dog for that one. Oh, no, I love it. And then, OB Dog Beach
Yeah,
Shroom.
so I lived in Ocean Beach right after college, and Bear and I would go down to Doggy Beach, and so there's storylines. There's pictures on the wall of Bear and I in Ocean Beach at Dog Beach.
Takes you on the journey.
Yeah.
Yeah, it really
For
does.
sure.
So there's a lot of dogs on there, our family pets, as well as maybe some of our partners or some of our employees' dogs.
You know, it's so funny about the connection with dogs. I have several neighbors, and I know the dogs' names, and I don't know their names.
It happens.
Right? That's classic.
Yeah. Well, so what kind of things, you mentioned kind of the health code, et cetera, but when you invite the dogs into your restaurant, you do have to accommodate different things. So what kind of business plan changes do you have to upkeep or maintain?
Well, one thing is people think they can, because we're dog friendly, that they can bring them through the front door. So we have to be careful that, and maybe someone else is allergic to dogs, or maybe, again, a health department doesn't allow that.
Yeah.
So you have to make sure that they go, that we notice them, and then we'll meet them around the side and we'll guide them to a patio table. Then there's certain cleaning elements, sanitation elements you have to go through, and certain timelines you have to meet to do certain things. You have to use the recyclable bowls as opposed to just something that's going to get washed,
Right.
so it's a throwaway. We things of that nature, but we do have the misting, we have the structures, we've got some sunshades at a couple of the locations, and so where you can create that safe area for them. Depending on the sun direction, maybe some days or some times of the day are better than others, but create a nice, I would say, cozy environment for them. We do dogs eat free actually during happy hour
What
too.
are they eating?
And Saturdays all day.
Ooh.
We have chicken and burger patties. You can get choice of added mushrooms if you'd like, but yeah, so all the dogs love when we're walking up to the tables because they know what they're going to get.
Dogs eat free. So am I allowed to share with my dog? I mean, at home, we'd share with the dog, right?
100%, yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay. So I know that you have your wall of dogs. You can bring in a photo. You have your golf tournament. So to combine this love of animals and charity with a business that is now including family, what is this? What does this feel like?
It's pretty surreal. It started out with the dream, and then the hard work to put it together. I always knew I wanted it to be able to travel and open more, and I wanted it to be a family business, but I wanted it to be a business within the community that people could feel comfortable in, safe in, all walks of life could come, as Lauren alluded to, and I think she did it so eloquently, that they enter as guests but they leave as family. It's creating just that vibe, and then you add your your furry, your furry friend, part of the family. That just is the cherry on top. So it's been really great. It's like I said, it's been a whole lot of work. And I remember I was talking to my wife this morning about this, and we started thinking back about some of the experiences. And I remember the family sacrificed a great deal. I mean, we would go and, hey, let's go to Uncle Bear's tonight and chill out, maybe watch part of the game. We'll all have dinner. I walk in, next thing you know, I'm walking away from the table. I'm getting pulled in 100 different directions. An hour and a half later, I'm showing back up the table. My food's been sitting there for an hour. You just get caught up in it. And I think they've been very respectful to understand that, to support that, and then become part of that has been quite a ride. And it's just been I'm so blessed to have that. And I'm just so proud of the family for supporting it and now being part of it.
Lauren, what's something that you put your stamp on so far in the restaurant?
I got a stamp.
Oh,
I do too.
Jamie, you're next.
all right. Well, I'm getting paw
It's an
tattoos.
initiation to work there.
So tell me how this happened. What happened?
Well, it's just a little fun thing. It's my whole life, being in the business and loving dogs as much as I do. It made sense.
Yeah. So for folks who are listening to this podcast, they just revealed 2 tattoos.
Yes, yeah.
Lauren's got a paw print on her wrist. Todd has a paw on his left shoulder.
The whole logo.
Where's your AC Humane Society
tattoo? Unfortunately, I was not there in 1957 when they started, so it's not my whole life, even though I do love it.
Oh my goodness gracious!
That's
Well,
awesome.
I want to congratulate you guys on 25 years. That's such a big deal. I come from a family business, and I know what it means to own a business and then to bring your family in and create that American dream, and then to contribute to our community. You're doing it. How cool is that? And next generation sitting right next to you with,
So awesome.
with
And
4
we
siblings.
love
so
it. We
fun.
really do.
I'm already trying to train her son, my grandson.
Yeah.
How old is he?
Full hands in,
One?
full hands out.
He is about to be 13 months. Yeah.
13 minutes. So,
I'm like,
so
how much
it's
is
time to start learning kitchen jargon.
Yeah.
What beers would pair with what burgers.
And I'm like, learn the table numbers because you're going to be seeing people soon.
Oh my
Learn it.
that'd be great right now. Thank you guys so much for coming. It is Uncle Bear's. We have Todd and Lauren Carey, and then our Kelsey Dickerson from the Arizona Humane Society. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks
all.
for having us.
Thank you so
Appreciate ya.
much.
Thanks for listening to Jamie's Local Love, the podcast. I'm your host, Jaime Cerreta. Our technician is Tom Heidinger. Our editors are Lorraine Shearing and Gina Coy. Do you know a business worthy of some local love? Email me at jcerreta@azfamily.com. Follow us at facebook.com/Cerreta and Instagram @Cerreta News. Make sure to subscribe and give us a 5-star review, please. And tell your friends about the podcast and the businesses we feature to show your local love. You can find us on Apple, YouTube, Spotify, Amazon Music, and anywhere you get your podcasts.
Jamie's Local Love, an Arizona's Family Originals podcast.